not until we own up and admit that this is the problem of Nigeria, it cannot be solved. In fact, the imperialists who created the system today are confused about the Nigerian state. Those who created Nigeria are confused because where our own internal plan against ethnic nationality has backfired. Everybody is confused. And so we may end up continually complaining. It's our president. The president is the problem of Nigeria. And then after 4 years, we begin to shout, the governors are the problem of Nigeria. And then after another 4 years, we begin to ask, oh, the local government chairman, and then we're going to blame the judicial system, we're going to blame the civil servant commission, we're going to blame the Labour Congress, we're going to blame political parties, we're going to blame everybody, and eventually we're going to be blaming ourselves. And God will not say anything because he will not do for man what man should do for themselves. But it's amazing that majority of Nigerians know what the problem is. But you do not see it. Because if you say this truth, you say that you become the politician's enemy, or you become enemy of Biafra Igbo people. If you don't happen to be, if God is kind, you become enemy of politicians, it's okay. You become enemy of Biafra Igbo, may the Lord be with you. But if they eventually succeed in making you public enemy, the people you are fighting to protect, to liberate, will turn against you. So it's a very dicey situation. And so this afternoon, or I want us to look at some things you should know about the problem of Nigeria, on how to prefer solution, some things you should know about the challenges we are going through, so that whatever role you are going to play in the coming days, make sure you are well informed. Those who are trying to organize these protests, their children are in diaspora. None of them are in Nigeria. They issue press communique from abroad and safe haven. They lead you and your children into protest. And those of you who have died, nobody is talking about you. Some of your children or relatives' dead body are in the mortuary. They will be used for experiment in some of the private universities in Nigeria, because we all know that the universities in Nigeria do not even have their own lab. So don't waste your time, because if all of us have to commit suicide, so Nigeria will be good, Nigeria can never be good. So let's go straight to the point. They want to organize another protest. Mark you. If you like, join them. If you don't like, listening to us. Now, let's look at the issue of Nigerian problem. It is simple. We have tried many ways, and we finally discover what the problem is. The problem of Nigeria is Wazobia. The problem of Nigeria is Wazobia. When I mean Wazobia, I don't mean Yoruba, I don't mean Hausa, and I don't mean Igbo. But when I mean Wazobia, the problem of Nigeria began when 3 ethnic groups out of 1,000 ethnic groups decide to mortgage the future of other ethnic groups. They said that they are the majority in Nigeria, which is a lie. To prove that they lie, every day they are fighting to take you, to unite you with their people. Let's look at Hausa. Hausa man or Fulani man will tell you that Hausa and Fulani are the same, but they are not the same. Hausa will tell you that Agwari man, Nupe man, all of them are Hausa. Even Idoma man, Egala man, all of them in the north are Hausa. This is not the truth. But why are they dragging every other ethnic group to be under their umbrella? So they can control us, loot money, dominate us, nothing happens. You can see the Igbo Biafra everywhere. Oh, Agbo is Igbo. Oh, Ikwere is Igbo. Yodomi is Biafra. Agadamigada is Biafra. Oh, Bini want to take over our people. Oh, we must unite Igbo land. Igbo land is in Kogi. Igbo land is in Benue. Igbo land is in Adamawa. Igbo land is in Ijebu Igbo. This is not because they love you. This is because they want to maintain the status quo. that Igbo is majority in Nigeria, the same way they want to maintain the status quo, that Hausa is majority in Nigeria, the same way Yoruba will not agree that Yoruba is majority in Nigeria. And so they tell you a Gala man is a minority. They tell you a Doma man is a minority. They tell you a Jaw man is a minority. They tell you Gwari Manupe man, they tell you a Bibio man, others are minority. There was a conspiracy the night Wazobia was created. And now, the plan did not work out well. So they must fight to retain supremacy. Igbo want to remain on top. Yoruba want to remain on top. And Hausa want to remain on top, based on the agreement they have that night, that eve of independence. But you see, they have break the camel's back. Now, to be able to make the system work, they must coerce other ethnic groups within their region into submission to do their bid, not for your own interest, but for their own interest. And the more they fight, the more they struggle to show that they are supreme in Nigeria, the more you will see corruption, the more you will see tribalism, nepotism, the more you will experience political imbalance and other element of bad governance as you see today. Because today, the Yoruba cannot come out openly and condemn the government of Tinubu. After all, it's their brother. After all, Hausa and Igbo have done worst. Why would they crucify their own brother for the sake of Nigeria? Which Awolowo have told us is like oil and water that cannot mix. Neither will Hausa betray their own president. And if the Igbo get there, you can know what happened during the time of Agui Oronsi. When Igbo man was the president of Nigeria, he created this one Nigeria. We were never one Nigeria. Colonial master did not leave us as one Nigeria. It is Igbo president Agui Oronsi that destroyed the constitution of Nigeria and imposed the decree of one Nigeria upon us today. Never knowing he was shooting himself on the leg. But now, they are not trying to solve this problem. They are still trying to remain in charge. That is the problem of Nigeria. But let me digress a little bit. In this fight of Wazobia, I need you to watch the Yoruba closely. They care little or nothing more or less for Yorubas in Kogi State and in Kwara State. It's not, Yoruba are very advanced. In terms of culture and tradition, they never lower their value system for anything. But when it comes to the political arena or mentality of Nigerian political setting, watch Yorubas of Nigeria, they do not fight for Yorubas in Kwara and in Kogi State, as they fight for Yoruba in Oyo, Ondo, Osho, and other Yoruba states in the southwest. Why? But when it comes to a political gladiator in terms of Wazobia, they will tell you, oh, Ikwara is Yoruba, oh, Ilorin is Yoruba, oh, Yoruba is Yoruba. These are the problem. And so when will a Yoruba person from Kwara, Ilorin, Ijebu-Ode become politically relevant in Nigeria? Go and find out the adage, the meaning of this adage in a Eka dialect. It's applicable to the north. Every time you hear, oh, it's not tenant, oh, we are all not tenant. The point is, when will a Gwari man ever be relevant in the internal Kaku's agenda of the Hausas in the north? When will the new man will be regarded as a first-class citizen of the north? When will our Hausa people come together and say we must make our TV brother to be the president of Nigeria? Hell no, it cannot happen. But when it comes to this fighting, they will tell you, oh, TV is Hausa, oh, Anarawa is Hausa, Adamawa is Hausa. Not because of the love, but it's not because they hate them. Now, political interest, religious affiliation, which gives them access to enslaving you, become the most important object, tools they need to keep you where you are today. Don't let them deceive you into any protest. Let's solve this problem. And then let's come to the Igbo. You can see Igbo Biafra, expansionist Igbo mentality. They are everywhere. Oh, everybody is Igbo. Igbo land expanded to Jamaica. Igbo land is in Equatorial Guinea. Igbo land is... But go and look at the history of the Igbos. There is no other ethnic nationality. There is no other tribes that fall into the old eastern region that have ever been given the slight opportunity to be relevant when it comes to political platform. Even in the agitation platform, leave all those misguided supposed Niger Delta like me who are still shouting, oh, we go do Biafra, we go do Biafra. I respect Chuka for because it's not part of those Igbo. Some of the things he was telling Nnamdi is, how can we say we are fighting for all-inclusive Biafra? Everybody there is Igbo. Other tribes are not allowed to perform. I was there because of my activities, because I was a progressive-minded individual, because I was a proactive member, not because I am Igbo. And they felt they could use me and dump me, which exactly is what they did. They used Chukwu Nzogo and dump him. They used Achuze and dump him. They used Ayoita and dump him. They used Kokonde and dump him. They check everybody they use. All of them, they dump him. When you hear them talk about Biafra, even the very man who suggested that we should be called Biafra, the man was used and dumped. So you don't even need to talk about those ones. So the fight or the problem of Nigeria has never been as a result of incompetent leadership. It has always been about personality clash between the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbo. And so not until we grow to maturity where Nigerians will not be judged by religion, affiliation, or tribe, things will get worse and worse. I tell you, my brothers. And so it is time we call for national conference. It is time we come back and discuss about the future of Nigeria for the sake of our children. The issue of religions cannot be overemphasized. To each his own. And of course, we cannot deny who we are. And every ethnic nationality should be respected. But then we should be able to separate religion affiliation, tribe affiliation to the issue that regard Nigeria. And just like as Mark on air say, he has a dream that one day Americans will no longer be judged by the color of their skin or by the content of their character. America is progressing in that direction, but not until America holistically accepts that fact, America may begin to fall down into oblivion in the nearest future. Because as a result of neglecting some colored people, as a result of seeing you as a Caucasian more superior than African American, they will not enjoy the full benefit of unity in diversity. Something that Nigerian has and would have taken advantage of it. As far as we continue to fight, it's Yoruba turn, it's Hausa turn, it's Igbo turn, Igbo must rule, Yoruba must rule. The incumbent president told you, Emilio Okon, it is my turn. It is not because he's credible, it's not because he's the person that is supposed to be there, but because it is Tinubu turn. Tinubu must be there. And of course, the right thing for the Yoruba to do is to support him. And when his turn is out, we now begin to talk, who do we give? Fulani will say, no, we have been marginalized. No, Igbo will say, no, we will not agree. Igbos are marginalized. This is the problem of Nigeria. With this agenda, you can't fight corruption. Because they will tell it, it's a religion fight, it's an ethnic fight. They call you names. But why they are doing this? They are not tired of claiming us. If you are a minority in Nigeria, listen to me. They are not tired of claiming us. Igbo are claiming Anyoma and Ikwere. Yoruba are claiming Urubu and Shekiri. Hausa are claiming Nupe and Gware. Let's just hold it down. Why all this? Are we not all one Nigeria? Now, the ordinary average Nigerians don't know this. So they believe that their political leader are doing the right thing. But it's a game of number. It's a game of throne. You will not understand. But those who have known this truth stand in the gap to truncate every process that would have made them permanently dominate other ethnic groups. And that is why you see bad governance in Nigeria. And so it end up, if you can't beat them, you join them. This problem didn't start today. Some Nigerians who were not satisfied left Nigeria. Today they are Cameroonian. Some Cameroonians who were not satisfied with this imperialist mentality left Cameroon. Today they are Nigeria. For instance, Bakassi Peninsula, Ambazonians, they were first Nigerians reporting to the eastern region of Nigeria. Because of this battle between Wazobia, three ethnic groups dominating, subjugating, mesmerizing 1,000 ethnic groups. They told the imperialists, the colonial master, we don't want to be Anglophone anymore. We want to join Francophone. They are regretting it today. That is to tell you, whether they are Nigeria, whether they are in Cameroon, it's not the problem. The problem is this African very greedy to rule another Africa. And so some part of Nigeria was carved to Cameroon. And then some Francophone in Cameroon begin to say, no, the French, we don't like it. We want to come to England. That is that it could become Nigeria. Adamawa State was not given to us. Did this solve our problem? So if you are in Nigeria, I beg you for the sake of the next generation. If we don't say these things, our children will suffer. They will use them as tools or instruments to fight to defend Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba to no avail. Your children will be shouting, oh, it's Igbo tongue. They are marginalizing Igbo. Oh, it's Yoruba tongue. Yoruba need to be you. Oh, it's Hausa tongue. But all of them will not make our life better. Igbo man will not make the life of Nigerian better. Yoruba man cannot make the life of Nigerian better. Hausa man cannot make the life of Nigerian better. It is going to take a Nigerian to make the life of Nigerian better. And the only way to get to this level is for us to grow to the level of maturity, where we must respect where we come from, where we must respect each other's religion. Above all, when we must come back and say, though I be a Igala man, though I be Fulani man, though I be Yoruba man, though I be Igbo man, though I be Adamawa man, Ibibio man, though I be this man and that man, but you see, the interest of Nigeria must be held up above every other. Not until we get there. My brother, we are not going anywhere. And so the best way to go about it, fellow Nigerians, is number one, we must go back and look inward to where we come from. I can come here and blame Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo from now till tomorrow. But the truth remains that there are something they are doing that we are not doing. That is why they are majority. And you will continue to see them as majority until you begin to do it. What are those things that they are doing? Number one, Igbo help Igbo, Yoruba help Yoruba, Hausa help Hausa before any other tribe. My brother, Bini help Bini, Abo help Abo, Akwa Ibom help Akwa Ibom, Gwari help Gwari, Nupe help Nupe before any other tribe. If you don't do it, when you finish shouting Wazobia, your children will continue from where you stop. I don't know if you get it. I have a shop where I employ a fellow Igbo girl as a sales girl. I've noticed it so many times. And then you will see other shops around me owned by Igbo or Biafra. The moment they notice my sales girl, they begin to come around. I begin to see them around my business premises. And then they begin to talk to the girl. ONYIBE, are you Igbo? The girl will say yes. Why are you following this man? They see me as Onyem family. Before you know, if the girl does not leave, the girl will start stealing from my office. They will mess me up. But after they are uniting in the Igbo, it's applicable to this Wazobia. Hausa can never do anything with you as a Nigerian against his own fellow Hausa. In fact, even as non-Hausa, identify with Hausa by speaking Hausa. But I'm not going to blame them. I'm not blaming them here. I'm only calling you Bini person. When you are dealing with a Bini person, Bini come first, so that Bini can be relevant. Abo man, when you are dealing with Abo come first, so that we can have a voice in Nigeria. Ibibio man, when you are dealing with a fellow Nigerian, Ibibio come first. This is not tribalism. And if this is tribalism, I will tell you that God is tribalistic. For God's presence to be felt by humanity, he has to choose a tribe. The Muslims believe that Arab are Allah loved ones. The Christians, the Jewish believe that the Israel is the apple of God's eyes. And you can see how they are dominating other tribes. So if that is tribalism, then we are tribalistic. But charity begins at home. If you don't do that, you will remain that way. Each time I look at my people, Anyoma people, I pity for them. Because when Anyoma person see Anyoma person in the diaspora, they are speaking useless English. No wonder 90% of their children can't even speak their dialect, including me. And then we'll be blaming Igbo and Hausa and Yoruba. If you don't get sense, your problem have just started. You can see Igbo unity agenda. They are uniting you to take over your land. Igbo unity, Biafra, Igbo unity. They are uniting you. When you are done with you, you will know what is Wazobia. Very soon, they will begin to do Boko Haram in your land, and they will blame it on federal government. You can see some northern politicians bringing Boko Haram in the north, and they are blaming it on the leadership. Just, no, your people are bad. That is the mentality of those influenced by the imperialist agenda. Fela said it. They will tell you, my people are useless, my people are hopeless, my people are indisciplined. My brother, your people can be useless, your people can be hopeless, your people can be disciplined. Your people first. Charity begins at home. And by the time Ibibio can come together and speak with one voice, by the time other ethnic groups in Nigeria on their own can speak with one voice, and then we come forward and speak as one voice, there will be no need for protest. They will call for national confab. And when they call for national confab, just like you have in the university, nobody cares where you come from. In a secular Nigerian tertiary institution, in a transparent church, nobody is supposed to know where you come from. And so by the time we come together as a Nigerian, nobody will be considering whether you are Hausa, Yoruba, or Igbo. Everybody's attention should be